What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a fat rope and fat wood. These are things that you can do at home quite easily. It's just easy to do if you're unable to get access to natural fat wood out in the wild. Yeah, so we're going to be using jute rope and twine, and I'm just using pine, offcuts pine for the fat wood. So I'll quickly give you a demonstration of how it all works while we let the paraffin wax melt down, and then I'll go through and teach you guys how to make this stuff at home. But yeah, stick around, check it out. It's going to be bloody good. Alright, so here we have our normal pine. I've got some pine shavings. We've got our waxwood pine with some shavings, of course. We've got our normal jute rope. As you can see that I've got the rope, pulled a big strand off and then pulled a small strand off. And there he is there. Then there's our wax rope or fat rope. Done the same thing. That's it there. And then we just got normal jute twine here. So I'm going to go through and show you the different burns with them and that sort of thing. Then you'll get a bit of a better understanding of what we're doing here and what I'm trying to teach you and what you can do at home and that sort of thing. So basically I've just scraped off wood like this and just made a big pile of curls off the normal pine and the waxed pine. And then with our jute, we're just going to flare him up a bit. So this is the normal rope, not being touched, nothing done to it. This one's waxed. As you can see, it flares out quite well as well still. And this is our normal jute twine, or your packing string, as some of you might know it as. So you can see that there. We're just going to quickly go through and show you all the differences between them. So everything here is going to burn. Just some things, because we've treated them and done things to them, they're going to burn a lot better. So you see the twine burns all right. It's not too bad. You know, that's why I keep some on my ferro rod here, so I've always got a tinder source with me. We'll go on to the waxed one. You see a much larger flame, a lot better burn. It's going to burn for a lot longer. A lot easier to get a fire started on that. This is the normal rope. You see very quick burn. So this is the exact same thing, except for this one's been treated, this one hasn't, and it's already gone out, sort of thing. Still enough to get a fire going, but nowhere near as effective as that. Alright, now we're going to do our waxed curls and our non-waxed curls. So, give us a minute here. This can take a little bit, but I think we'll be alright. There we go, got him going. Look at that flame, beautiful. Don't set that on fire, we're trying to show folks. Alright, now we're going to do the pine as well. As you can see, it was a bit more work to actually get started. It's now burning though. This one's been burning for a while now. And we'll just sit here and watch this for a minute, guys. You can see the massive difference between the both of them. And it can give you a rough idea of how much better it is to take this with you. Also, when you wax things like this, it becomes waterproof. This pine is not waterproof. If that gets wet, you're going to struggle. If this gets wet, you're good to go still. So that's the beauty of it all. You can see this is burning a lot slower. And the normal pine's already almost burnt out. The wax pine is, or the wax wood is burning very, very well. And there you go, look at that. It's already out. You're left with all this. It's not going to burn off properly. Whereas this will just keep going. I can mess around with this a bit. You can see I can move it around. All that sort of thing. This here is gone. That's out, guys. That's done. So that gives you a really good example of how good and handy this stuff is. And now I'm going to show you guys how to actually make it and it's just as easy to set on fire as it is to actually make. So give me a minute just to set up the camera, and then we'll get stuck into it for you guys. Alright guys, as you can see, we have our paraffin wax coming up to the boil here. We're literally just going to get our pieces of wood. Now you can split them up to smaller bits if you want. Choice is yours. The easiest way to do this is get your pine block, get your knife, and just give them a bit of a bop. I know it's going to shake the camera, but there you go. Easy as, small piece. And then if you want to split him, there you go. That's all you're going to do. I don't mind leaving them like this size sort of thing. They're nice and thin because I can split it later down the track when I'm using it out in the bush, or I can sit there and use it to shave off with and all that sort of thing. So, but literally all you're going to do is put your wood straight in, and she's going to bubble up like this. That's normal. What that is the pores inside of the wood being filled up with wax, and then the oxygen all being pushed out. So that's a normal process. This doesn't take long at all, guys. I've actually shown this live on Twitch quite a few times now, so if you're a regular on Twitch, you've already seen this. I do apologise, but you know. So we're just going to let them cook for a bit. And then that's it. That's really all we do. We just wait for it. It should only take a few minutes at most. While we're doing that, we can sit here and prep our rope. I've already cut it up into small pieces. I cut them up into small pieces so that they can fit in my tin, my little survival tin. You can see I've got some char cloth, fat rope and fat wood, and a fire lighter that we made on a previous video. If you just want to go check that out, I'll leave the link at the end. But yeah, so I keep them this small so they're easy to carry around with me and that sort of thing. And then, you know, there's your actual full rope. It's pretty easy to pull the strands apart, so you get 3 lots. And then you can just break them up like this, and then pull out the single strands if you want as well, guys. So very, very handy. Whichever way you want to do it. You could just use the whole rope if you wanted, but yeah. But she looks like she's almost done. We'll move this over to here because it will be next. Now we'll push them around a bit. It seems like they got a bit more in them. The pine I'm using was an old kid's toy, and it has got a lacquer coating on it, so it's going to take a little bit longer than what it should, but it'll do the same job. Just push them down a little bit. That one there is good. So all you do is you wait for them. Once they stop bubbling and that, pull them out, put them on a cooling rack. Or if you want to put them on baking paper and all that sort of jazz, you can do that sort of thing as well. Now just remember, the smaller the piece, the quicker it's going to be finished, so that's common sense. So as you can tell, the small pieces are pretty much done here. And that bigger piece that's in there is, she's got a little bit longer, but all we do is pull it out like this. Yeah, she got a little bit to go, so we'll pull her out last and it'll be fine. You see, this is not a long process at all. And it'll also change the colour of the wood. We've gone from that pure white, almost, to now we've got kind of a cloudy. You can see the difference there, guys. Now, if you want, you can put coloured wax in so that you can change it to like a blue or a red, so it's a lot easier for you to identify it, but that's purely up to you. As for me, I've been doing this long enough and I can sit there and go, yep, that's waxwood, or this one's not, and that sort of thing. So it's no real big deal to me. But yeah, so essentially we just let them cool down, and then the end result is this stuff here, which we demonstrated at the start of the video. Amazing little thing to have, and as you can see, it easily just fits in my tin. I've got a waterproof tinder source right there, no problem at all. I can get a fire started and do whatever else I need to do with it. So yeah, we'll just move this to the side a little bit here, guys, and then I'll get onto the fat rope for you. It's pretty much the same process. You just get a few little tweaks here and there. Now we'll move that there so it's out of the way. So you just keep your fire going for one. And then I keep your wax hot. As you can see, it's starting to boil again. Just throw your rope straight in. You don't want to throw too much rope in because it does bubble up a lot more, but it does cook a lot faster, guys. So you do have to watch this as well. The difference too is the waxwood will sink eventually if you cook it for a long time. This here just pretty much sinks as soon as it's full. So as you can see, that's pretty much done there. You want to shake these off a bit. They will carry a lot. See, there's just a lot more bubbles and that sort of thing. You don't want to overcook it. You can do this on an oven top if you want, guys. You can do it on a stove top with a pot and that sort of thing. Do it in your house if you want. The choice is purely yours. It's just that I film out in my workshop here, so I just use my little hobo stove here. So it's just a lot easier for me. I can work outside a little bit and that sort of thing. So get her in there. Let her do her thing. So this is a lot faster. I do prefer the fat rope over the waxwood or fat wood. Just you get more bang for your buck. I mean, yeah, it's just there's so many things. You know, like I said, we can pull it apart and there's 3 main cords, and then you got all your little cords. You know, you've just got unlimited use on it. It's completely waterproof, everything. You know, it's like once you burn up a piece of wood or you've shaved it down, that's it. Whereas you're going to get like 10 times more out of a bit of fat rope. So I prefer the fat rope. It's now become a favourite of mine. We actually streamed this on Twitch the other day. I'd never done fat rope before. And then as soon as we did fat rope, and then I started testing it out and using it and stuff, that was it. Fell in love with it. It's a lot better in every way. And then, you know, if you really wanted to, you could design it into hoops or use longer lengths or shorter lengths or whatever. I wouldn't go too much shorter than what I've got now. I mean, this is perfect to fit in my little tin and everything, like I said, so get that excess off. But yeah, all we do is let them cool down. And there you have it. Yeah, there's not really much more else to explain with it, guys. It's really that easy to do. It's really that useful. We've just seen it, so get out there and make it, guys. Paraffin wax, jute, rope, pine, whatever you want to use. And away you go. You've got a reliable tinder source that you can see that is extremely easy to spark up and light and that sort of thing in use. So it wouldn't take much to start a fire at all. But I hope you enjoyed the video. We've got a lot more videos coming, so feel free to hit that subscribe button and come check out some of our other content that we're going to be doing. As you can see in the background here, we've got a heap of firelighters and things that we're going to be making out throughout the week. And these are going to be, the video for these are going to be posted up soon. And then something I've designed myself just for a homemade firelighter. You could take it out camping if you wanted, but it's more of a home thing. Eventually what I'm going to do, because I've designed a few of these firelighters myself here and there, is I'm going to get some proper firelighters and we'll compare burn times and everything. We'll do a full-on video and test all the stuff that I've got and see what works best. Because I honestly think in the long run that making them yourself is going to be cheaper, and I honestly think they burn better. So, but I guess the burn test will actually tell us everything we need to know. So, yeah. All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.